trial level. She told the state fund, like any judge that throws out the state fund's medical reports, that's my kind of judge. That's exactly what she did. And she came up with a system for assessing penalties. A great system for assessing penalties. It was great for a while, wasn't it? It was great for a while. Appellate court said that was good, but the Supreme Court said too much. Too much. But a lot of courage in that decision. Well, we're going to need a lot more courage in the next year or so. We've got some real ugly stuff that came out of Sacramento. We tried our damnedest to stop what we could. There's some small victories in there. Folks that read the bill and read the legislation, you'll see those small victories in there. But it's still going to take a lot of courage to deal with this law. It's going to take a lot of courage when you're looking at an injured worker who can't get treatment because they burn their 24 chiropractic visits. They burn their 24 physical therapy visits. They can't find a pharmacy to take care of them and pay their bills because 100% of Medicare doesn't work, because they cannot get a surgery because the second opinion for surgery was some doctor that was pulled out of a hat and they got a bad pick. It's going to take a lot of courage to make the right decision. It's going to take a lot of courage to make the right decision when you have an injured worker come before you that can't get a job because the employer said, we don't want damaged goods here, you're out. That they can't get vocational rehabilitation because all they have is a voucher. But how they pay their living expenses while they're going through rehab, how they put gas in their car, and what they do with their children while they're going through vocational rehabilitation, that's their problem now. That's their problem. It's going to take a lot of courage for judges that give a damn to make the right decisions. Judge Ward, you've shown us you have that courage with the decisions that you've made in the past. I trust you will make those decisions in the future, and that is why we salute you tonight. Thank you and congratulations.
Because I've been told to be brief by my table. But it's really an honor to be here tonight, Judge Ward, to help honor you for the work you've done. And I just wanted to share a couple of brief stories to tell you why I think you're deserving of this award. And my focus is on your demeanor as a judge. When I started off as a work comp attorney back in 1979, my first week was really horrible. I ended up in Van Nuys with a judge who I could probably tell you a story about. Actually, I'll tell you a story about it. I was in the back of the room waiting to see how the judge conducted business, and all of a sudden he started screaming at the two attorneys in front of him. He asked them, do you know what CONTP spells? I didn't know what it spelled, and I looked at the other people sitting in the back of the courtroom with me, and none of them knew. And the attorney standing up front didn't know until finally the judge said, it spells contempt. Despite the fact that the judge had misspelled the word, it was sort of a strange...
To be here this evening to honor Marilyn Ward. As many of you know, Ruth Sobelson passed away 2 months ago, and both Ruth and Marilyn were pioneer women in the legal field 30 years ago. Some of you who were younger don't realize how difficult it was for women to break into the legal profession in the 60s and 70s. Today, half the law school students in America are female. When I graduated from Columbia Law in '67, there were 8 female students in my class of 300. Justice Ginsburg graduated a couple of years ahead of me and could not even find a job. So when Marilyn started out in this field, the effort and the diligence and the stick-to-itiveness necessary to achieve what she has done was far different than it was today. And one of the wonderful things about seeing her being honored tonight is how over the past 30 years, gender discrimination and ethnic discrimination has not only become legally impermissible, but it has become socially unacceptable. And tonight we have the honor honor and the privilege of honoring one of the outstanding women jurists in the field, Marilyn Ward. I've appeared in front of Marilyn many times, and as everyone has said, I've always been impressed by her demeanor, by the way she ran her courtroom. But in addition, I've always been impressed by her impressive legal knowledge, the diligence with which she decides cases, the quality of her opinions. I tried one case in front of her for 8 solid days with 5 or 6 witnesses on my side, 2 or 3 witnesses on the other side. I got a 10-page opinion on decision analyzing every witness's testimony, inconsistencies, credibility. She ruled against me, but when I read her opinion, I agreed with her because she was right. Marilyn is a judge's judge. John Kennedy once said that courage is grace under pressure. Marilyn has undergone personal and health issues over the years. She's always shown up to work. She's always been there, a diligent, understanding, knowledgeable judge, running a courtroom like every judge in the system should run a courtroom. And it is a true honor today to be here as part of this celebration. Congratulations.
All of you for such an incredible event. Earlier this year, MABA had a historical installation of officers' dinner where we had in attendance.
As I look out there, I see all sorts of faces, a vast array of our community, judges, doctors and their staff, both defense attorneys, applicants' attorneys, hearing representatives. I see some lien claimants out there, interpreters, rehab vendors, copy services, all part of this great community. It's good to see you all here tonight, and once again, welcome and thank you. Although this event was not designed to be a fundraiser, due to the efforts of everybody here and the participation and the good work.
First, I would like to thank MABA for donating the books to our offices. I've been using Sinclair's book, but it's 8 years old. And I think the judges in my office have been borrowing my books if they can use that. I watch everybody coming up here and they don't have any script or anything. I wish I could do that, but I have to use a script. I also brought, in case I needed another script, I brought the next script. I want to thank you for inviting me here to introduce Judge Ward. I have wanted to make this introduction in Spanish, but Judge Faust told me I don't speak Spanish. So I decided to start with a joke. I only know one joke, and my wife told me that's not funny. Therefore, in English, and joking aside, it is my great pleasure to be able to introduce Judge Marilyn Ward, the Workers' Compensation Judge of the Year. I first met Marilyn in 1990 when I was seeking to hire a judge for the proposed Mid-Wilshire Board. She had only handled one workers' compensation case, but she had read every book on workers' comp, and she knew more information than most of the attorneys that appeared before me. At That time, Judge Ward was a hearing officer for the City of Santa Monica Rent Control. As it turned out, the Mid-Wilshire Board was no more, and she was hired for Los Angeles. After she was sworn in as judge, Judge Ward attended every seminar on workers' compensation available and soon became a favorite of both the applicant and the defendants. She eventually transferred to Santa Monica, and I was very much in favor of this, as she had received such high marks from the legal community. Since my wife's name is Marilyn, I have often had a hard time remembering Judge's name, which is also Marilyn. But as most of you know, I can't remember anybody's name anyway. Marilyn has been a welcome addition to the staff of the Santa Monica Workers' Compensation Board, and I am so proud of her accomplishment and judicial growth. In addition to her judicial skills, Judge Ward is also an avid, talented photographer, as everybody can see by our Rose Gallery of all the Santa Monica attorneys that is on the wall in her courtroom. By the way, this is how I know who the attorneys are. The name are under it. Judge Ward has also won many awards for her artistic pottery works. As to the Santa Monica judges, we all go to lunch about 12 o'clock. And of course, when we don't go to lunch, it's shopping, shopping, shopping. Then the next day, we go to the stores again, returning. Judge Ward is an outstanding judge who has the respect of all parties who appear before her. You could not have made a better choice for this award and for the honor being given to her tonight. And again, I am so pleased to be able to be here to introduce Judge Ward, a colleague and a friend.
Thank you. This is a great honor. Before this, the greatest honor I had received as a judge was having a decision on reconsideration come back, adopting and incorporating. While that made me very happy, this is really much better, and of course, this involves this lovely dinner dance and the pleasure of the company of so many friends. I do hope that you can all indulge me for a couple of minutes while I thank a few people. I am thrilled to accept this honor from the Mexican American Compensation Subcommittee and the host and honorary host committees. In the years since your organization was founded, you have fulfilled your intended purpose by encouraging higher levels of achievement and quality services to the client. As a result, you have developed a well-deserved reputation for excellence and professionalism within the workers' compensation community. Thanks to Judge Franklin Kay, presiding judge of the Santa Monica Board, for his friendly, non-critical advice and guidance from the very beginning. His pleasant attitude makes the Santa Monica Board a great board at which to work. I would really like to thank Marvin Shapiro. By taking Marvin's course in workers' compensation law at USC, I was able to learn everything I needed to know about workers' compensation law and how the system works from a master teacher. Mark Kahn, whose workers' compensation courses gave me a thorough understanding of WCAB procedure and an appreciation for the importance of doing things the right way. I owe a word of thanks to the late Bettina Babe, who was willing to hire me in spite of my limited experience in the field. I would like to particularly recognize the fine judges I work with at the Santa Monica Board, each of which has given far beyond that which is required in helping each other out when needed. Several of us even go to lunch together on most work days. They are a joy to work with, and I think of them as friends. I would also like to thank my 4 children, Susan, Judge Jeffrey Ward, Douglas, and Wendy, who have been supportive of me from the first day that I started law school and through the many adventures I've had. I would like to thank my fiance, Jeff Goldwater, for bringing joy into my life and putting a smile on my face. It is a privilege and an honor to sit on the bench and be involved in the workers' compensation issues that affect so many good people. Over the past 12 years at the board, I have had the opportunity to watch applicant attorneys stand up and fight for their clients' rights, while at the same time, defense attorneys are attempting to make sure the right outcome occurs for their clients. Behind the scenes are the many fine doctors who are dedicated to helping injured workers, and the claims adjusters and lien reps attempting to adjust their claims. It has been an inspiration to me, and I consider myself lucky to have had the opportunity to do this work and to work with such fine people. America was started as a place where all people have equal opportunity to do the type of work they wish, or even be in a business for themselves. The workers' compensation issues facing all employers and employees are many and very involved. The people in this room are providing a service to all of California. Applicants do not get rich from the cases they are involved in. It is the workers' compensation system that allows them to continue living their lives in a humane and dignified manner, and allows business owners the opportunity to defend their cases when improper or illegal actions are suspected. It is an honor to work in a system that provides justice for so many. I am lucky. It is a joy to do the work that I do. There are criticisms we must endure, which are sometimes harsh, but we must endure. All people have basic access to justice. That is our challenge as lawyers and persons working in this field. My sincere appreciation to MABA for this honor, and my best wishes for the continued growth of your organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge, and again, it's an honor to present this, and I think without any further comments from me with regard to those who have spoken in this program, we all know why we selected now Judge Marilyn Ward. One more applause for her, please. At this time, I'd like to read the plaque that we are presenting the award. This is the 4th annual Judge of the Year award that we awarded to Judge Marilyn Ward. And I'm presenting this plaque on behalf of the officers and the Workers' Compensation Committee. Please refer to your program. That dinner committee did an excellent job, and we are all presenting this award to her. And I'd like to read it. The Mexican American Bar Association Workers' Compensation Subcommittee of Los Angeles County proudly presents the Judge of the Year Award to Honorable Marilyn Ward for exemplary judicial performance and legal contribution to the workers' compensation community, the 20th day of September 2003.
Thank you, Mario. Actually, I came up here without a script, but I forgot it, so, I forgot what I was gonna say without a script, so I had to write it down. I guess I call that almost timers, but I want to thank you very much for asking me to speak, and this is really quite a tribute to you, Judge Ward. I did practice in front of you in the Los Angeles board a few years back, and had the privilege of practicing in front of you, and I do remember a few things, and I do remember that the courtroom demeanor, the way that she treated all the parties, every party, and with the utmost respect towards the parties, and we in kind had the same and still continue to have the same respect for you. And I congratulate you and join the rest of you out here for showing your respect and admiration for the judge. It's not by accident that this is the biggest crowd that we've ever had. And that's in honor of you, Your Honor, and we certainly do appreciate it. I also have the privilege to give some other awards that I'm going to mention at the end. But I just want you to know how much we appreciate your even-handedness, and that's in fact why you were chosen as the Judge of the Year. You know, you joined some very distinguished judges in the past, some of whom we'll never forget, and I won't even forget your first name. It's James Castronova, not John Castronova. And we were, I remember that because I helped write the plaque up when you were the Judge of the Year, but you do join a very distinguished crowd, or not crowd, but a very distinguished list of former Judges of the Year. And I certainly want to thank you and tell you very much how much we do appreciate it. There are many, many accomplishments that you've done, and many, many contributions. The list is far too long to go on, but I will mention one of the contributions that you've made to the workers' compensation community, and that's Jeffrey Ward, your son. That was a great contribution. And I, again, just want to congratulate you. I think that I would be remiss if I didn't mention some more names, and I'm sorry to carry this out, but I think you'll all agree with me that these are some very important people. You've heard us all pat ourselves on the back and talk about the work that Maba's done, but let me tell you about some real ones. And those are the people that are down in the trenches that have done this whole entire program. Those were the people that met you upstairs, got you to your seats. I know it was a little difficult, but the first and foremost, somebody that led this whole event, got us together, sent us thousands and thousands of emails, and those of you on the committee will know what I'm talking about. From Allegra Events, Olga Martinez Vargas, are you here? She's the one from Allegra Events who really